We're going to put one arm across our chest and the other one's going to come in front. We're going to stretch out the forearm. And switch. Then we're going to put one hand behind our head. We're going to push down on our elbow. And switch. Then we're going to spread our legs apart. We're going to reach up and go to one side. And we're going to come back up and switch. And we're going to come up to the middle. We're going to go down. If you can touch the ground, try to move your hands, go backwards and reach behind you. Alright, we're going to sit down. We're going to do butterflies. We're going to pull our legs in close, push down on our knees. Then we're going to stick one leg out. We're going to reach. Make sure your knee is nice and straight. And switch. Then we're going to stick one leg out in front of us. The other is going to go over. We're going to do our Hollywoods. And switch. Okay, so we're going to put one leg behind us, and the one in front of us is going to be bent. One behind us is going to be straight. We're going to lean forward. And then we're going to switch. Okay. Now we're going to stand up. We're going to take one leg, we're going to come up. And switch. Okay, then we're going to put both hands behind our back. And we're going to grab our hands together if we can. And switch. We're going to do head circles, so we're going to start, we're going to go one way. Then switch, go the other direction. Okay, and we're going to do arm circles. And we're going to stick our hands out and we're going to go forward. And then we're going to go backwards. Okay, and now we're going to do our knee circles. Go out. Again. And we're going to switch. Okay, now we're going to stick both legs forward. We're going to reach. If you have troubles reaching for your toes, you can bend your legs, grab your toes, and then reach forward. Okay. And we're going to spread our legs apart, and we're going to reach for the middle. Okay, and then we're going to go to one side. And then to the other side.
Welcome back. As the semester continues with COVID, we will be doing testing. It will be May 12th. We'll probably be doing more of a Zoom room on it, but we'll bring more information to you and get things set up. It will be in the evening, starting at 6 o'clock. As we get it more worked out, we'll bring you the details on that, and we'll see what summer holds. And with the testing, we'll be doing your curriculum. We will be doing any katas that you have, your self-defense and one-steps. If you have questions on those, refer to SenseiTheiss.net's website for further details. If you really run into a problem, send us an email and we'll try to answer it best we can. Red belts. If you did your one-steps and self-defense off the red belt curriculum, we need to know that when testing comes, because that's what we'll test you on. If you started at number 1 on the self-defense and number 1 on the one-steps, let us know that too, so we'll test your one-steps and self-defense that direction. Either one's a viable option. They both have merit.
So we got the curriculum for red belts going to brown. So the first thing we're going to start off with is our blocks. We go to our riding stance. First one is our snake block. When we do this, we want our knuckles facing down. We're going to grab the punch in front and bring it down. Okay, ready? 1 and 2. And then on the other side, we have hook punch. So we're going to bring our hands up, and it's going to look like a shepherd's hook. Ready? 1 and 2. Then we have double palm to the side. When we do this, we want our middle palm block to be on the inside and our sweeping block to be on the outside. So ready? 1 and 2. Then we also have double palm down. So we're going to take both hands and we're going to bring them down. Make sure we get the lower groin. Ready? 1 and 2. Then we have ridge hand blocks. We're going to take our hand and block right here with this part of our hand. Ready? 1 and 2. Then we have circular block. So we're going to come on the outside all the way up and down. Same thing on this side. Ready? 1 and 2. Right, and then we're going to move on to our strikes. First one is our ridge hand strike. So we're going to take the same part of our hand, it's going to come right to someone's temple. Okay? Right up here. When we do this, we've got to make sure we bend our arm. Ready? 1 and 2. And then ridge hand to the groin, so come straight up. Ready? 1 and 2. Then we have mountain punch. So one hand does an upset punch, and the other one does a high punch. Ready? 1 and 2. Then scissor punch. So this time both hands are going to be facing up, so both the back of our hands. Ready? 1 and 2. Then together punch. We're going to stack our fists on top of each other. Ready? 1 and 2. Then we have a reinforced elbow. First this side. So we'll make our knife hand, put it on top of our fists. Okay, we can also pick up our foot and step and strike. So on this side first, ready? 1 and 2. Then backward elbow strike. Same thing. We're going to make sure we look over our shoulder. Ready? 1 and 2. Then we have downward punch. So we're almost going to come all the way up and then down. So ready? 1 and 2. Alright, now right leg back fighting stance. We're going to move on to kicks. First one's our hook kick. So we're going to bring our leg forward, hook them, and bring them back. Ready? 1 and 2. Okay, then we're going to do a stopping kick with our back leg first. So we're going to block this with the inside of our foot. Ready? 1 and 2. And then with the front foot, we're going to use the outside of our foot. Ready? 1 and 2. Then we have kneeling back kick. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our front leg, step across, turn around, go down on that leg. Then we're going to use our back leg. We're going to kick up and stand back up. Okay, so again, step over, down, down on our knee, kick, and back up. Now next one, we're going to go into our riding stance for it. We're going to do shuffle, side, thrust kick. So on that side. So shuffle. When we do this, our second leg takes the place of our first, and then kick. So shuffle and kick. And again on this side, shuffle and kick. Then step behind. So step behind and kick. So step behind, kick. And then on this side, step behind and kick. Alright, when you do these, students, make sure you practice them to at least 4, not just 2. And if you have any questions, make sure to email me.
Stances for red belt. X stance. Both feet are on the balls of the foot, neither heels planted. Open-toed stance. Heels are together or nearly together, and they're pointed out like a Y. Wide open-toe stance. Okay, we're going to talk about some of our strikes and kicks and techniques through this in a little bit of detail. The first one's going to be arc hand. So the arc hand is a U shape and it's made to strike like the throat. So the arc hand just strikes and stays. The difference between that and your eagle claw, they both start out as an arc hand strike. On the eagle claw, we're going to grab and pull. So we strike, close your fingers, grab, and pull back. You're going to stretch this. You're probably not going to rip anything out unless you got long, sharp nails. But that's a killing strike. The arc hand is a killing strike also. So we need to be aware of the strikes and the damage we can do with them. So here's a simple arm bar from a cross grip. I'm going to wax on and grab, bring my other arm up on his elbow and push down. From the other side, he's got me. I'm going to wax on and grab. His elbow's right here, hand goes on the elbow and push down. He'll tap out. The next one from here is a single hand grab. I'm going to wax on and grab, strike at the elbow, bend it behind his back. From here, I'm going to go into the muscle up here and push down. From this side, it's grabbed, wax on and grab, strike here, snake on up, right here to the elbow or muscle joint right here, push down. Okay, that's out of 18 Seizing Hands, one of the ending moves on it. So another look at it. So continuing on our pressure points, we're going to go right to the next one, which is infraorbital. It is right here under the nose. You can do a lot of things, but we're going to take our hand, more of a ridge hand, and apply pressure inward at a 45-degree angle. You can do it if they're sitting down. Just put your hand at the back of their head if they're sitting down. Do this and guarantee they'll get right up for you. The next one is sublingual. Well, lingual is Latin for language or tongue. So this is under the tongue. You can do it with 2 fingers on each side and just apply pressure and they come back. You can also lift them right up off the ground that way too. And our next one is suprascapula. That is this muscle that runs right here on the back. It's kind of the Vulcan neck pinch from Star Trek. I get points for getting that in there. So we're going to do the C clamp and you can take them down this way. That's the next 3 of the pressure points. Continuing with pressure points, we have 2 new ones today. The first one is the clavicle notch, or the throat notch. So you have your collarbones that come here right at the throat, and there's this little soft spot there. So you can use it to move someone back. Or if you're in a bear hug, arms trapped, you can work one hand up and push them back. If they aren't doing what you want, what you do is you push back, wrap your fingers down and rub on the inside of the breastbone. They will move for sure at that time.
Like that.
Yeah. Okay, our next one is the accessory nerve, or we like to call this the funnel. So you have your suprascapulas right here. We're going to strike right at the joint of the neck to your shoulders. We're going to come up. This is going to make their legs collapse, and if we do it hard enough, total reset gives you about a minute to run away screaming. So we come up and down. Pressure point section. We have the upper perineal, and it is, here's our waist, and here's our knee. We're going to come right in between. This muscle's going to bulge right here, and it should be right about there. Is that it? Mm-hmm. Okay, this one here, watch his hips as we strike his knee here, if it'll show. See how it's bending, see how it's collapsing. If we were to hit that hard, or palm heel, either one, that's going to cause the leg to collapse for a few moments. The other one is the lower perineal, and here's our ankle, here's our knee. We see the nice calf coming right down here. It's going to be right about there. Yep, there it is. So, again, here's our knee, here's our ankle. You have the, turn this sideways here. We have our calf coming right down here. Ankle, knee, here's the calf. We're going to come right at its bulge here on the back and strike right there. So, upper perineal, lower perineal. These can be done, I see these used if we're fighting. We can do it with a kick. It's not very precise. Let's say he struck at me some way with this. We can strike. The lower one, I see this more in two different applications. I'm in a bad position and I'm down here for some reason, and I'm going to strike. The other one is, let's switch for a minute, put this as your back leg. The kick comes, and I catch, and I strike. Okay? So, there's two more pressure points for your arsenal. Pressure points in this section is 3. We have the upper femoral, which is right about here. This is the one that we have self-defense where we strike here, 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 and here. This can be used other ways. So here's our waist, here's our knee. It's on the inside of the leg, right about there. See that twitch? That means you're there. Yep. This is also a very main artery that runs through. If this is cut, it's bad news. We're going to come down the leg, staying on the inside. And here is the lower femoral. And here's our knee. It's going to be right about there. Yep, felt it twitch. Right about there. So this can be a good hammer fist. We're on the ground. Things aren't going very well. We have 3 strikes. He's thrown me down. I'm here. So I have 3 main points I can go for. Crotch. Probably mine. But if for some reason maybe he's twisted his body, well, that's no good. That's even a better target. But here's the upper femoral and the lower femoral. We're going to come on down. And the last one is the tibial. So here's our inside of the leg coming right down. Here's the calf muscle. Go right up above the calf muscle, and it's right there. That can be struck, probably. Grabbing, not so much. Those are big, beefy leg muscles. So we're going to strike them hard. Hammer fist. You can do a crane beak, and that works too. So there's 3 more for you, and we're getting close to being done. So that concludes all the pressure points on the first section of nerve control and pressure points. Pick out your favorites, the ones you see you using the most, and practice those. Can you practice all of them? Certainly. The other thing is, as we are doing our strikes and preparing for our brown and black belt testing, keep thinking when we're doing our strikes, finishing and whatever, so the punch comes and here it is. Where are we going to strike? Is it just to the face, or are we going to strike to a pressure point and then finish it off? Keep these in mind and utilize the pressure points. Here's the 18 seizing hands, all punishing Zach.
Starting with thumb lock.
Again, this is at the webbing, down,
And then moving on to chin off, finger lock down.
drop them into the webbing, 2 fingers on their knuckles, take them down.
Chin off, finger carriage.
Bring them up, thumb at their knuckles, grab the fingers, hold, bring their heels up.
Wipe board.
Turn and push down
Monk carries the log.
and break.
Old man carries the basket.
Bicep takedown.
Monk teeters log on rock. Monk leans on the log.
Drunken master.
Monk smells the flowers.
2 thumbs wrist lock.
Rising sun.
Untwist. Grab the fingers like we're shaking hands.
Old man comes out of the cave.
Down. Against.
Dragon holds the pearl. Monk chops the log. White snake spits the venom.
Snake around. Strike the pressure point.
Lion sees self in water.
Pull the elbow. Push the hand.
Unicorn seeks the path.
Arm bar. Grab. Apply pressure and twist.
Five animal form. Tiger dragon into hiding. Black tiger claw method. Single tiger comes out of the cave. White snake spits its poison. Coiling snake. Piercing venom. White crane spreads its wings. Reincarnation of the fulfilled crane. Scoop the fish from the sea. Dragon holds the pearl. Splashing palm. Pounding wave. Hold the bow. Shoot the arrow.
The next stage of the shoulder roll is we're going to do it from standing. We're going to do the shoulder roll and come up to a fighting stance. Hopefully your mat's not moving. Let me come stand on one. And I'll be in the back corner. And here we go. There we go. Now for rolling, we're going to start with the front roll. The front roll is not a somersault. Somersault comes straight down the back. The front roll or the shoulder roll comes from one shoulder to the other hip. Okay, from the shoulder to the hip. This is what's on the mat. So you're going to kneel down, put your hand down on the mat, tuck your head, reach under like you're reaching for your hip or your back, and then you're going to roll. Okay, again, kneel, hand down, tuck, head, reach through, and then roll. Okay, once we've mastered that, we can do it from a standing. You see the tuck, the grab under, or taking our shoulder down? Very good, nicely done. Okay. The next stage of the shoulder roll is we're going to do it from standing. We're going to do the shoulder roll and come up to a fighting stance. Hopefully your mat's not moving. Let me come stand on one. And I'll be in the back corner. And here we go. There we go. Continuing with the rolling, let's go to back roll. You're going to kneel, tuck your head, and tilt to the side. So we're going to roll from here up. The head's tilted to the side. The hip touches first. And back we go. Again, remember, we're going from shoulder to hip. Kneel. So the side that is coming up Zach has knelt this knee down, the other knee's up, heads to the side and tucked, and back we go. So that's the first section of back. Next one up on the falls is front fall. So what you're going to do is go to a kneeling position, and from here, tuck and turn your head to the side. And the hands come up, and we fall forward. Okay, see his head? His head is not touching the mat. Come back up, Sensei Zach. Again, tuck and twist your head, tuck, arms out. There you go. What this is for is, you see it in the movies all the time. I'm not going to throw him against the wall, but something's happened. We've hit him a couple times. He's a little groggy, and we're going to do the wall slam. Okay, this is the wall slam, or it can be from a front reap. I'm not going to do this right now, but we're here, and I'm going to reap him here. He's going to go down. That's the front fall. Okay, to sharpen your sparring skills some, let's talk about shuffling. So we're going to shuffle forward. What it is your back foot replaces the spot your front foot is, and it moves on forward. Again, and from the side. So we're in our fighting stance. Just real simple. The front foot moves forward, the back foot takes the same place. Shuffle forward, shuffle back. Shuffle forward, shuffle back. Okay. Color belt homework. How has COVID-19 spread, and how has it changed your life?